Hello and welcome to another Time to Reply Academy video. In this video, we're going to be covering how to add a shared or group mailbox to Time to Reply. Shared mailboxes can be set up in different ways within different companies. So the setup really depends on your setup internally. For the most part, shared mailboxes is where you've got a shared mailbox, something like info at. It typically doesn't carry a Microsoft or Gmail license. And then individual users have permissions to respond from that mailbox. Now, there are two different types of permissions that the individuals can have. They can either have send as the shared mailbox or send on behalf of the shared mailbox. Now, with Gmail customers, they don't have to necessarily set this. We get the information we need to be able to give you an individual breakdown of the shared mailbox performance from the Gmail headers. On the Microsoft side of things, it comes down to whether the permissions are set as send as or send on behalf of. If the permissions are set to send as, so people will be able to go into info and they'll be able to reply to any emails coming into info. The problem with the send as permission is that our system will not be able to decipher who was the actual person who did the sending. So we'd be able to give you statistics on the shared mailbox level only. So how many emails has info at received, how many emails has info at sent, what are the average reply times, what are the SLA metrics, and so on. If, however, you set it to send on behalf of, a user would be able to go into info at, they'd be able to reply from info at, but we would get an extra bit of information that says who the sender was. So John would be able to go into info at, reply to the customer would receive the reply from info at, but we'd be able to tell that John was the person who handled that email. We'd be able to assign the reply time to John and the volumes of email to John. And the majority of our customers want to understand the individual performance underneath a shared mailbox. So we will recommend the send on behalf of permission for Microsoft customers. And as mentioned, Gmail customers, there isn't any configuration that you have to do. Simply add the shared mailbox. So let's dive in and see exactly how you could add a shared mailbox to Time to Reply. You'd go into the system and you'd go to, well, there's a number of ways to get here, but you could go to Tools, Shared or Group Mailbox Mapping, or you could go to Mailboxes. If you go to Mailboxes, you click on Add Shared or Group Mailbox. From the screen, you can give your shared mailbox a name. You could enter your shared mailbox. If you have done bulk add permissions on our system, or your system admin has authenticated Time to Reply, as you start searching for your shared or group mailbox, it'll appear from a list that drops down. Once you've done that, you can click on Next. It's then going to ask you which members do you want to map to this shared mailbox. So these are the people who have send on behalf of or send as permissions who reply on behalf of the shared mailbox. So you can, again, just search for these people. Add them and click Finished. Once you click Finish, that shared mailbox will become available in the drop-downs when you run your reporting. So I can now look for my Hello group or shared mailbox. We use group and shared mailbox interchangeably in the system. Typically, group mailbox is used in the Gmail context and shared mailbox is used in the Microsoft context. And then I can see how has that shared mailbox been performing when communicating with customers. Now, those particular agents that I linked to the shared mailbox don't have any data over this period. This is just our test account. But in your real world example, you'll start to see information populating. They'll also become available if I click on the shared or group mailbox report. If I clear these filters and just set it to anything, you can see these are the different group or shared mailboxes on the system. So if you've added multiple shared mailboxes, they'll all appear here, and you can expand these blocks to see the individual performance to the shared mailbox and how it stacks up. Thank you very much for watching. Please check out the Academy for more videos and tips on how to use time to reply to improve your reply times and get an understanding of workloads, scheduling of staff, and so on. Thanks again.